Hi, everybody. We're recording the Monday class. Today is July 27th, and we're going to go ahead and do some Pilates here. We're doing it from my home, my living room, my lounge, and we're going to start with a standing warm-up. Let's do some arm circles. So just stand comfortably on the floor. The legs are kind of solid. The belly is gently drawn in, and you try to stand with your spine fairly long and tall. We'll relax the arms down along the sides. Turn the palms of the hands to face forward if that's comfortable for you. And then we're going to take the arms directly out to the side. Okay, now right here, lower the shoulder blades a little and then bring the arms up. And if the shoulder blades shrugged up to the ears, we want to slide the shoulder blades down. And then we'll keep the shoulder blades comfortably down and bring the arms back down. And again, we're going to circle the arms out and up. And just watch those shoulder blades. There should be natural movement in the shoulder blades, but try to avoid doing this, hiking the shoulders up to the ears. Right? And lower, and we'll do that one more time. We'll inhale, circle out and up, and exhale, circle the arms down. Okay, so 3 roll downs. We're going to warm up our spine. You keep facing me. I'm going to stand sideways just so you can watch. This is not a hamstring stretch. We're doing this to stretch out the back of the spine. We inhale, get the nice long spine, a narrow waistline. Exhale, drop the head first and start rolling or rounding the spine. And as you do this, bend the knees and let the arms just dangle. And take a nice long inhale here at the bottom. And then as you roll up, just take one long, slow exhale or take 2 breaths, whatever works for you. And then stack the spine, inhale as the head comes to the top. We're going to do 2 more of those. You can take 2 breaths as you're rolling down if you like. Everybody pauses to inhale here. Exhale, roll up, 1 or 2 breaths. And inhale at the top, we'll do 1 more. As you roll down, I want you to bend your knees and your hands don't have to make it to the floor. Take your inhale and exhale, roll back up and start to straighten the legs as you're almost rolled all the way up. Great, so now we're going to grab our strap. Like I say, a belt, a strap, a rope belt, a rope, whatever's long and doesn't stretch, and that's going to go behind your neck. And the arms are directly out to the side, and the arms are in an airplane position. Now, as we move around, our arms are not going to move in the shoulder joints, right? We're not going to do this. The arms are locked at 90 degrees in the shoulder joints. I want you to firm up your abdominal muscles and just kind of pull the low ribs into the body so they're not splaying out. And we're going to side bend. We're going to go to the right first. We inhale, and we'll exhale, come upright. And then go the other side. Inhale and exhale, come up. So as we side stretch, we want to also think of lifting the rib cage off the pelvis. So we're not crunching and getting shorter on that one side. We're getting longer on both sides. And 1 more each side. Inhale out to the right. And exhale back to center. And inhale out to the left. And exhale to the center. Okay, now we're going to leave our arms right here, leave our legs where they are. We're going to take 1 twist to each side. We're going to go to the right. We exhale, and you can bring the pelvis with you. Try to twist the whole body. And then inhale back to center, and we'll go the other way. Exhale, nice wringing out of the spine. And inhale, come back to center. Good, just rest your arms for a minute. Now we're going to stand in a split stance with the right foot slightly forward and the left foot slightly back. I don't think you can see my feet, but it's like you're standing on some skinny railroad tracks. So we're going to take the arms out to the side again. We're going to be twisting in one direction only, side bending and twisting. We're going to go to the right in the direction of the forward leg. So I'll break it down. We're going to inhale and side bend to the right. We're going to stay in the side bend and exhale. Do a twist like a propeller, and that right arm goes way back behind you. And you're getting a big, strong twist in the spine. We inhale, we untwist. We should still be in the side bend. You're facing the front, and then exhale, come upright. And we'll go a little faster with the breath. Same direction. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, twist like a propeller. Inhale, untwist. And exhale, come out of the side bend. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more to go. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. We'll leave the arms where they are, switch the legs. So we should have the left foot forward now. Right foot is pivoted out to the side just a little bit. We're going to go to the left now. Inhale, side bend. And exhale, stay on the side bend and twist. Inhale, untwist. And exhale, come upright. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale, and we'll do one more. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, twist. And inhale, untwist. And exhale, come upright. And you can relax the arms and roll the shoulders. So we're done with the strap for now. Go ahead and set it down out of the way. Each side is different, right? You feel like a different species of animal when you go to that other side. So let's go ahead and do our balance. This is the one where we're walking and chewing gum at the same time. I'm going to leave my screen right where it is. So standing on the left foot, we'll get our weight into the left foot, establish the balance, and we'll take that right leg straight out to the front. We're going to have it nice and straight, pointed foot. For now, we're going to do 4 little circles one direction. And pause at the top, and then 4 little circles the other direction. Okay, easy enough. We'll come down and switch legs. So left leg is forward. Whatever direction you want to go, 4 little circles. Pause at the top, 4 little circles the other way. And bring it down and relax. Remember the arm circles we did? We're going to be doing those again. So put your weight on your left foot. Take your right leg out to the front. Arms alongside you, palms face forward so that you're opening up the shoulders. Now, as we take our leg circles, we're going to bring the arms up in a slow circle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We pause at the top, and then we'll come back down, circle the other way for 4, 3, 2, 1. You want to do that again? Okay, let's do that again. Going back the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay. Other side's going to feel completely different. Establish the balance on the right foot. Take the left leg forward. Straighten the leg out. You're going to be moving from the hip joint. Get the arms ready. And here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. And other way for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to breathe. And other way for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. So let's just come right down to the mat and come to all fours. I'm going to lower my laptop to the lower position. And I got to shift my mat a little bit. There, I think you guys can see okay, yeah? All right. Okay. Let's all face the same direction if possible. I'm going to face this way. If you're facing the opposite way that I am, you're going to be really, really confused here. I want to do one more thing on the computer screen before we continue. Hold on a second. You come to all fours, and I want you to find that nice neutral spine. There we go. That means that we don't have our low back arched. We're not lifting our tail feathers up like this. We want to Draw the belly in and have essentially a straight spine. And then we'll take our right leg straight back. So the right leg parallel to the floor if possible. If it needs to be a little lower, that's fine, but make sure the low back is not arching. Left arm directly forward. So both shoulder blades stay down, but especially that left shoulder blade. We're going to bring that arm out to the side, left arm out to the side, and then bring it in toward the body. Try to keep the palm facing down, and the arm touches the side of your hip, maybe. And then we bring the arm back out to the side and forward again. Let's do it again. I like to exhale as I bring the arm in. I like to inhale as I take the arm out forward. And one more time, exhale. And inhale. And once you get into that kind of bird dog position, we'll come down to all fours and just reorganize the body. And then set our spine again. We'll take the left leg straight out and lift it up without arching the back. And the right arm goes forward. And both shoulder blades are down, especially the right shoulder blade. And we'll bring the arm out to the side and into the body. We'll exhale, bring the arm back out. And inhale, take the arm out to the front. And exhale, again, semicircle the arm into the body. And inhale, semicircle the arm out to the front. And one more time. And inhale, arm out to the side and arm out to the front. And then we'll come down to all fours and shake it out. So from here, we're going to come to sitting. So I like to take my knees the width of the mat, cross the ankles over, and slide back until I'm sitting cross-legged, but you can just swing your legs around to the front if you want. So we're going to do our shivering. I would like you to grab that folded up towel if you have a folded up towel. And you're going to put your sit bones on the front of the towel, like so. I don't know if you can see the towel or not. And then I want you to come down to your elbows. So there should be air under your low back right here. Let me start with the legs. So the legs are almost but not quite straight. The knees have to be bent a little bit. The feet are comfortably pointed. And what we want to do is be in a C curve in our spine. So the belly's pulled in, the low back should be rounded instead of arched, and the entire spine should feel long. We're lifted out of our shoulders, but we're not lifted high out of the shoulders. You should feel neutral. Now you want to firm up that abdominal wall as you pull the belly in a little bit, and we're going to start shivering our legs. It'll look like this. It's like a drum roll, the drum roll at the circus. Keep breathing and shivering the legs. And then pause and rest. So that gets the blood flowing. It's similar to the 100, except we're doing the shivering today. So let's do a second round of that. Here we go. If you have people living on the floor beneath you, they should be pounding on the ceiling by now. And rest. And I'm a little bit out of breath from doing that. We're just going to do that one more time and we'll move on. Here we go. Inhale. And shiver, and breathe. Very fast, very vigorous, very small moves. And rest. Very nice. Come on up to sitting. Move the towel out of the way. We might be using that towel again. Let's do one roll down to come to the mat. Straighten the legs all the way. Point the feet. Bring the arms forward. Instead of the arms reaching out of the shoulders, arms are connected under the shoulders. We're going to take that C curve in our spine so it's slightly rounded. And we inhale, and we exhale, slowly roll onto our back without the heels coming up. And then we'll inhale, just circle the arms around, and we're ready for our bridging. Grab your block. Also a rolled up towel will work here. Put it between your knees. Arms relax alongside the body. So nice long spine, nice neutral spine. On the exhale, press the low back into the mat, lift up the sacrum. That's a little pelvic tuck or a pelvic rock. And then we'll just lift the hips up toward the ceiling. and pause and inhale. And we exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. And we inhale, let the pelvis rock to neutral. And then we'll exhale, tuck the pelvis again, and peel the spine up one vertebra at a time. Coming to the top, as you take your inhale, make sure the pubic bone is up a little higher than the front of the hip bones. The body is in a long straight line. And exhale, lower one vertebra at a time. As we inhale, we're going to take the arms up. We'll leave the arms up and exhale, tuck the pelvis and float the pelvis up. Pause, take the inhale, and exhale, lower one vertebra at a time. And inhale, neutral spine, one more to go. It's a little harder without pushing the arms into the floor. That's why we have our arms up. And pause and inhale, and exhale, lower. Now keep the low back pressed against the mat. That means your abdominals are active. And we're going to bring both legs up to tabletop, keeping the block between the knees, and then just kind of wag your tail or wiggle around and make the spine a little longer. And then we'll take the arms out to the side along the floor in an airplane position, palms up. The low back is pressed into the mat. And then everybody pivot your hips to the left. Take your twist to the left. Both shoulders stay down on the mat. The knees do not touch the floor. And exhale, the oblique muscles bring the legs back to center. And then we go the other way. Inhale, pivot out. And exhale, come back in. And inhale, pivot out. And exhale, come back in. We're going to do again to the right. And I think that's 2 sets. So we're going to do 2 more sets. Always inhaling out. Always exhaling to come back to center. And inhale out. Exhale to center. 1 more to go each way. Inhale out. Exhale to center. And last one, inhale out. And exhale to center. Okay, now we don't stop and give it up. We're going to stay right here. Let's remove the block with one hand. We'll lower the right foot and then the left foot, and then we'll put the block back between the knees again. Okay, so we're getting ready for our chest lift. Both hands go behind the head. And we want to do that inchworming around again. We want to make our spine longer this time. Our spine and our neck are going to stay very long throughout this exercise. So we inhale to prepare. We exhale, now we lift up the head and the upper chest. Lift up the upper half of the spine, looking slightly forward. Pause to inhale, and then exhale, keep the spine nice and long as you come back down. And inhale at the bottom without relaxing. And exhale, lift up. And pause and inhale. And exhale, come down. And keep the lower ribs from flaring out of the body. Again, we exhale up. And pause, inhale. And exhale, lower. And inhale, and 1 more time. And pause, inhale. And we'll exhale, lower. We're going to keep it going, except we're going to add on. We exhale, lift. Pause to inhale, and stay lifted. And exhale, twist the rib cage to the left. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, twist the rib cage to the right. And inhale to center. And twist to the left. And to the center. And twist to the right. And to the center. And twist to the left. And to the center. And twist to the right. And to the center. And twist to the left. And to center. And last one, twist to the right. And inhale to center. And then finally we'll exhale and slowly come down. Not dropping down like a sack of potatoes, but coming down under our own control. You can set the block aside for now. I'm going to grab that folded up towel, put it under my head, because when I'm laying on my back, my head is more in line with my spine that way. And I would like everybody to bring the hands behind the head again and just lift up into half a chest lift. So not lifting real high, but with your knees bent and your feet on the floor, you want to be able to see your knees, at least in your peripheral vision. So we're going to take one leg up at a time. And we're going to go in some very slow scissors. So instead of the legs touching together, we'll have them hip joint width apart. And we're going to flex both feet. And we're going to straighten both legs as much as possible. Now we're going to lower that left leg. And as we lower the left leg, we're going to point the left foot. You can let the heel come to the floor. Right, so that right leg, you're getting a stretch on the back of the right leg. The upper foot is always flexed and the lower foot is always pointed. And then we'll switch legs. I like to take a sharp exhale right here as the left leg comes up. So now the left foot is flexed and the right foot is pointed. Keep practicing that because we're going to do a lot of foot motion today. We'll switch and switch and switch and just keep going. Follow your breath. Practice flexing the feet and pointing the feet. Upper foot flexes, away foot points. One more each side. And we'll come down and rest. So if you have a towel behind your head, just move it away for a second. Arms alongside the body. Knees are bent. We're in our home position. We're going to do another bridging exercise. Inhale first. Exhale, tuck the pelvis and float the pelvis up. And hold lifted and try to find a long straight line. Now keep the hips lifted, and as you exhale, lift up the right knee. And you're bringing the right knee a little closer to the right collarbone, but not so much that you tuck your tail, and lower the right foot. And now the left knee, exhale up, and inhale, lower, and right knee lift, and lower, and left knee lift, and lower, and right knee lift, and lower. And left knee, exhale, and inhale, and right knee, and left knee. And we're going to pause for a second, keep the hips lifted. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Palms can be facing inward and the arms are essentially relaxed. And we continue the leg movement. Right leg up and right foot down, and left leg up and left foot down, and we have two more each side. And one more each side. And lower the left foot. We'll leave the arms up. We'll lift the pubic bone a little higher. There you go. One last inhale, and exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. And once the sacrum comes down, you can pull your knees into your chest and move around a little bit. And bring yourself back to the leg movement where we're pointing and flexing the feet. We're going to be thinking about that for the next two exercises. Hands behind the head. We'll take the legs in tabletop and lift up to chest lift. And as we do our single leg stretch, we're going to just work the legs here. We're going to bring the knee in closer to the chest. We're going to take the left leg out long and straight. So let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's flex the right foot. So when the knee comes in, that foot is flexed. And when the leg straightens out and moves away, that foot is pointed. And then we'll switch. And then switch. Just practice doing that. I'm working your brains today. Good, we're going to keep that leg movement going. We're going to add our twist. Twist toward the incoming knee. Twist toward the incoming knee. Exhale, exhale, twist, twist, point, point. You're twisting with the rib cage. Exhaling as you twist. And two more each side. And let's come down. Are you confused, or is your mind still clear? Hopefully your mind is still clear. Hamstring pull is next. So we're going to keep our hands behind the head, lift up to a chest lift. We're going to take our left leg out long and straight along the floor. That foot is pointed. Right leg comes straight up to the ceiling, and that foot is flexed. So we're going to pulse the right leg twice, and then switch legs and pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse. No, keep the belly pulled in, the head and the chest lifted. The legs are both very straight, and we're putting our mind on our feet. We flex when the foot comes up, and we point when the leg comes down. And just a few more. And we'll rest. Maybe take a full body stretch right here. Arms overhead, legs out long and straight. And take 2 big inhales in to really inflate the rib cage. And one more time. All right, the exercise called double leg and then adding rotation. Hands go behind the head again. We want to lift up into that comfortable chest lift with the rib cage inside the body and the belly hollowed out. And then we'll bring our legs to tabletop. Knees and feet squeeze together. Knees come in closer to the chest, and the chest lifts a little more. We're going to start by moving the legs. Inhale, legs go out straight, and we flex the feet. Exhale, as the knees come in, we point the feet. So inhale out, and exhale in, and inhale out, and exhale in. We'll be adding the twist. We inhale, legs out. As we exhale, bring the knees in, we twist to the left. And inhale out, flex the feet. And exhale, knees in, twist to the right. And inhale, and exhale. And straight legs, and bent knees. And flex the feet, and point the feet. And flex the feet, and point the feet. And one more each side. And last one. And we come in, and we lower one foot at a time, and lower the head, and get ready for another bridging exercise. So we're going to do some leg movement while we're lifted up in our bridge. Find your home position. Inhale first. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, and push the feet into the mat, and lift those hips up. And let's just go over a checklist here. The knees are staying reasonably close together. The hip creases are wide open here, right? They're not closed up at all. Pubic bone higher than the front of the hip bones, and the rib cage is soft, heavy, and relaxed. We're going to bring our right leg up. So we're going to, let's flex the foot first, and then we bend the knee. Actually, no, I take that back. We're going to flex the foot and lower the straight leg until the knees are more or less lined up with each other. Then point the foot. Then bend the knee and bring the knee back until it's more or less over the chest. And then straighten the leg and flex the foot. And bring the straight leg down and point the foot and bend the knee and straighten the leg and flex the foot. It's a very graceful bicycle. So don't worry if you're not doing this move perfectly. Just make it as smooth as you can. You can make it your own, but you want to get a lot of foot action here. Find a breath pattern that works for you. And one more to go. And we'll finish with the right leg up. We'll flex the foot, and then we'll bring the right foot down to the mat. And your left glute cheek should be burning. We'll switch legs, left leg up. Okay, we flex the left foot. The leg stays straight. The leg comes down until the knees are more or less lined up with each other. Then we point the foot. Then we bend the knee. And then we straighten the leg and flex the foot. And we'll do it again. Any breath pattern you want is fine, as long as you're breathing. And that right leg is working very hard. And one more to go. Good. And we finish by taking the left leg straight up. Then we'll take the left foot to the floor. We'll fix our body because the left side dropped lower than the right. We're still lifting in our bridge. Let's take the arms up, nice soft arms. On the exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. You can pull the knees into the chest. Do you have your strap nearby? Let's grab our strap and take a quick hamstring stretch. So strap goes around the right foot. The legs go into a scissor position with both legs straight. And we're just going to gently bring that leg up and maybe in toward our body. And you have several options here. You can just breathe and hold the leg straight, or you can do the dynamic stretch where you bend the knee a little bit and pull the leg in more, and then straighten the leg again. Both of them are good. We'll spend another few breaths here. Good, hold the right leg still, just hold in your stretch. And then we'll bring the left foot into the strap, remove the right foot. Scissor legs. Hold in your stretch, a static stretch, or bend the left knee a little bit and straighten it again. So there's a little movement in the leg, a little dynamic stretch. Of course, you're breathing. We'll do 2 more times. We'll hold the leg straight. Maybe we've gotten a little more since we did that movement. And we'll release. Let's set the strap aside. Okay, that was a nice little break. So let's just grab our knees and roll up to sitting. And we're going to do the first of 2 cradles here. So we're going to need that little towel. So again, we're going to sit on the towel. You might decide that you like it better without the towel, but try it with the towel. I think we've been doing a cradle for the last few classes. Watch me first if you like. So first of all, cradle's not an easy exercise if you're doing it right. You want to have the legs out, they're not quite together, the knees are slightly bent and the feet are comfortably pointed and the hands are on the floor, but we have wide elbows and wide collarbones. And then this is really important, the whole spine is shaped a little like a cradle. In other words, a C curve, it's slightly rounded. And there's very little movement here. What I want you to do is take an inhale, and then you're going to exhale and bring the legs up as you roll the body back a little bit, but try to keep your elbows off the floor and find a breath pattern that works for you. And then we're going to come back down, bring the heels back down, and the body comes forward a little bit. So it's like you're starting to roll back as the legs lift up, and you pause, and then you start to roll back up as the heels come down. Okay, now I'm going to breathe the way I like to breathe. You decide how you want to breathe, and let's do 3 more. One more to go. And rest. How'd you do? Hopefully you did not arch your low back at all. If you like it with the towel, we'll do it again with the towel next time. If you decide you don't need the towel, that's fine too. So we're going to do 1 roll down to come to the mat, straighten your legs, point your feet, legs together, sit up tall, arms forward, C curve in the spine, take your inhale and exhale, slowly roll all the way down, keeping the heels on the floor. And the head comes down, circle the arms around. Okay, new exercise called openings. We're going to get a nice little inner thigh stretch. I want you to come down and rest from the exercise if you're starting to feel tension in the low back. Hands behind the head. We lift up to a little baby chest lift. We're not lifting up real high. We just want to be able to see our knees. Then we'll take the legs straight up And instead of having the legs vertical, we're going to just take them away from us a little bit and point your feet. Now separate the legs to hip joint width. And I want you to take external rotation in the hip joints and then internal rotation. We'll do that 3 times. And then we'll come down and bring the feet down and rest. We're going to keep doing the internal, external rotation, but we're going to be opening and closing the legs. So legs up. Have them at a comfortable angle. Feet are pointed. External rotation. Open the legs straight out to the side as wide as they'll go. And then internal rotation, close the legs up. External rotation, open. Internal rotation, close, belly is flat. External rotation, open. Internal rotation, close. Switch the sequence. Internal rotation, open. External rotation, close. Internal open. External close. And internal open. And external close. And bring one foot down, then the other foot down. Go ahead and lay your head on the mat. Take a quick full body stretch. Hopefully everybody is fine. Good, and then we're going to go right into our next hamstring pull exercise. How are we doing on time? We're fine. So hands behind the head. This is the hamstring pull number 3, which has a twist. We lift up to a chest lift. Let's take the left leg out long along the floor, the right leg straight up, both feet are pointed. Don't worry about the feet, we're gonna keep the feet pointed. Lift the chest a little higher. Pulse the right leg twice, and switch, and pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse. We add the twist, we twist toward the upper leg, boom. And other leg, boom. And exhale, and exhale. And twist, and twist, and exhale, and exhale, and twist, and twist. 2 more each side. And we'll come down and rest. Hands on knees, roll up to sitting. Okay, guess what? We're going to do another cradle. The first cradle we did was the small cradle, and now we're going to do the large cradle. And I'd like to just show it to you first. So I'm going to sit on my towel. The towel gets the pelvis lifted up a little bit so that it's a little easier for the low back just to kind of be a little bit slumped, which is what we want. Okay, so again, hands and elbows are really wide, knees slightly bent. I'm going to prepare by inhaling, and I exhale. I'm going to roll all the way back to my elbows, and the legs are going to come up a lot higher. And then I come back up, and I don't let my heels touch the floor. So again, so the body is rocking like a cradle. And come up. So let's all start together. I want the arms, elbows, hands, shoulder blades very wide. The whole spine is slightly rounded. Let's inhale. And here we go. And inhale. And inhale. And inhale. We'll do one more, inhale. And inhale. We'll hold here for a second and come all the way up. Very nice. I couldn't see all of you. I don't know if you did it or not, but I hope you did it well. It is very challenging. So let's finish this off by doing a spine stretch. We'll straighten both legs, flex both feet, and have the legs mat width apart. The legs are almost in a V position. We'll grab the knees or the legs and sit up really tall and straight and flatten the back. And then bring the arms forward. The arms stay connected to the shoulder joints. We inhale and we exhale. There's a slight drop of the head as we round the spine forward, and the rib cage tries to bring the fingertips past the toes. And pause, inhale. And exhale, restack the spine. And inhale here at the top of the flat back. And we'll do it again. And inhale and exhale. And inhale. And again, exhale, keeping those legs as straight as you can. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, we'll do one more. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, and let's go ahead and relax. Let's do one more bridge. So instead of just laying down on the mat, we're going to do a roll down again. Legs long and straight, feet pointed. Tall, straight spine to start, arms are forward. We'll get the C curve in the spine. We take our inhale and exhale. Lay one vertebra at a time down onto the mat. As the head comes down, we'll circle the arms and set up for the bridge. Inhale first. Exhale, tuck the pelvis and float the hips up. We're going to stay lifted. The right leg goes up. The foot is gently pointed. The leg is straight, and try to have the leg as upright as possible. Now, each of your arms is gently pressing into the mat, but not too hard. As you inhale, without pivoting the hips, move the right leg out to the right a little ways. And try not to dump all your weight in the right arm. As you exhale, bring the leg back to center. Again, inhale out. Doesn't have to be too far. And exhale to center. And inhale out. And exhale to center. I think we'll do that one more time. Inhale out. And exhale to center. And then we'll bend the knee, take the right foot to the floor. No rest for us, left leg up, foot gently pointed. That left hip bone has to stay lifted. Inhale, leg out to the left. And exhale to center. And inhale out. And exhale to center. We have two more to go. Leg goes out. Try to keep the left arm relaxed. Leg comes back in, and leg goes out, and leg comes back in. And then we'll bend the knee, lower the foot. Make sure the pubic bone is still lifted. Take one last inhale. Exhale, lower one vertebra at a time. Knees to chest, just for a breath or two. I enjoyed that so much that we're going to do another set. This time the arms are up. Take the inhale. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, float the hips up. Quickly go over your checklist. Make sure your body's nice and straight. And take the right leg up. Straighten it out. And we inhale, right leg slightly out to the right. Not too far, you'll fall over. And exhale back in. And again, inhale out. And exhale back in. There's a fine line between staying upright and falling over onto your side. Should we do a fourth one? Yes, we should. Inhale out. And exhale back in. Lower the foot. Left leg up. We only have 4 more to go. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. You decide how far. Exhale in. And inhale out. Exhale in. One more time. Inhale out. Exhale in. And foot to the floor. Pubic bone stays lifted. One more inhale. Exhale, lengthen out the spine as you lower it one vertebra at a time. Knees to chest. Move around however it feels good. Okay, grab your towel and then roll over onto your side so you're facing your screen. So we have our side lying series. We're going to do our side lift first. The lower arm is long along the floor, lined up with the spine, palm up. The towel can go on the arm so that your head's a little more lifted. You don't have to use the towel if you're fine on the arm. Kickstand hand on the floor in front of you. Legs are straight, but they shift out forward just a little bit, so there's a little hinge in the hip creases. And instead of the waistline slumping into the mat and relaxing, just lift your waistline slightly off the mat. Exhale, float both legs up. They might not go very high. That's fine. Inhale, lower and hover. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower and hover. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Let's do 5 in all. I think we have one more. And lower the legs to the mat. With the same grace and beauty, we're going to do it again, but we're going to take away our kickstand arm. So that arm goes up to the ceiling, and you will have to balance on your own now. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower and hover. And again, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And let's do one more. And lower the legs. Very nice. Coming up to the elbow, you can put the towel aside for now. Actually, I'm going to put my towel down by my feet because when we switch sides, the towel will be there for me. So, side kick. The legs again are slightly out to the front. Our hips are stacked, but the hips are going to be shifted backwards a little bit. That's just what we need to do. The spine is going to be straight, so we don't want to have our rib cage slumping to the floor, and we don't want to be sinking into our shoulder. We're going to lift out of the shoulder and just lift the rib cage till your spine's in a straight line, and the head is lined up with the spine. We're looking forward. We'll take this arm out. We'll bend the elbow, fingertips to the side of the head. The easier way to do this is to keep this hand on the floor, but if you'd like to challenge yourself a little more, just take the fingertips to the other side of the head so you're framing your face. Now, from the waist, actually from the hips up, your body's going to be real still. We're going to lift our upper leg up and flex the foot and make sure the leg stays straight. And just moving horizontally, bring it forward as much as you can, and then pulse it twice. And then point your foot and glide the leg behind you horizontally, not dropping it without arching the low back. And pulse twice. Let's go a little faster with the breath. Exhale forward and inhale back. And exhale forward and inhale back. Other upper body stays nice and still. Keep going. Let's do 3 more. Last set. And now the leg's in the neutral start position. Now we're going to lift the leg up higher without changing the spine. Then we arc the leg forward and tap the floor in front of us and arc it back up, and then arc it behind us, tap the floor and lift it back up. The rainbow of joy. Inhale to the front, exhale up, inhale to the back, exhale up. Inhale to the front, exhale up, inhale to the back, exhale up. One more set to the front and lift, and to the back and lift, and then we'll slowly lower the leg rather than dropping the leg. Very nice. Come on up to sitting. We need to take a little mini stretch here. So straight legs if you want, or slightly bent knees. We're just going to round forward and kind of lengthen out the low back. Stroking the head, taking the easy stretch. And that kind of released everything for me. And we're ready to work on the other side. So just lie on your other side facing your screen so you can see. Lower arm out long. I gotta make sure I don't kick over my glass of water. Hand on the floor, hips are stacked, legs slightly out to the front. You're gonna feel on this other side, you're gonna feel like a whole different person. So exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, float down and hover. And again, lift. And lower. And lift. and lower. We'll do 2 more. And last one. And lower the legs. Okay, take away the kickstand arm. This arm goes up to the ceiling. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. I kind of lost count, so we're going to do 1 more. And lower the legs. Good. Remove the towel. Side kick. So we want to make sure you're at home, so you want to make sure all your stuff is out of the way. You lift it out of the shoulder, the spine is straight. Take this arm up, fingertips alongside the head. If you want to take the other fingertips alongside the head to make it harder, feel free. Okay, leg comes up, straight leg, we flex the foot. So moving parallel to the floor, not lifting or lowering, point the foot and take it behind you. Go a little faster with the breath. Exhale, pulse, pulse. Inhale, pulse, pulse. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Holding the rest of the body really still. Several things you can do to help that happen. Abdominals stay strong, they're stabilizing. Left leg pushes into the floor for even more stabilization. And lots of focus and concentration. And 1 more set. We bring the leg to its starting position. Foot can stay pointed. We lift the leg up high and then arc it to the front, tap the floor and exhale it back up. And arc it to the back, tap the floor and exhale up. Try to keep all the movement out of the upper body. Get it way, way up there and to the front and up. And to the back, and up, and 1 more to the front, and up, and 1 more to the back, and up, and then we'll slowly lower it. Great. Okay, boy, do we ever need a child's pose. Let's all face this way. Child's pose, rest pose. In a second, we're going to be lying on our belly, working our back muscles. Great, and come on up. So we'll start with our back extension. Lie down on your belly. Arms are alongside the body, legs together, feet are pointed. So the front of the shoulders and the face are already off the mat here. You're in a tiny little upper back bend. So I want you to slide the fingertips down the leg like you're trying to touch the side of your knees. That gets your shoulders down. Squeeze everything in toward the middle and pull the belly in toward the middle. And as you inhale, just lift up your chest, lift up the chest. I'm not looking forward, head stays in line with the spine. And then exhale, lower the chest almost all the way. And inhale, lift. Feet stay down on the floor. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, lift. Maybe you can get up a little higher. And exhale, lower. Okay. Stack the hands under your forehead. Take a little rest. We'll be, in a minute, we'll be borrowing from yoga and doing the Locust, kind of similar to Locust position, but we'll have movement. Okay, arms alongside your body, but slightly away from the body. Palms face down, arms float off the floor. Legs are slightly apart, feet pointed, narrow the waistline. I'm gonna take my glasses off. On the inhale, lift up the head, chest, legs, and arms. And exhale, lower and hover. Again, inhale, lift. Shoulder blades glide way down there. And exhale, lower. You're trying to make your body longer here. So as you lift, get longer. especially the spine, and exhale, lower. Now I'm going to add on. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze the legs closer together. Inhale, take the legs farther apart, and exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze legs together. Inhale, take the legs apart, and exhale, lower. And let's do one more of those. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, take the legs apart, and exhale, lower. Very nice. Turn your head to one side, take a little rest. And turn your head to the other side, take another breath or two. And then we'll come up to all fours. And I want you to go right into arching your back. Lift up your tail feathers. The heart comes forward and up. We do that on an inhale. Now we're going to exhale and just find a slightly rounded spine. And then again, we'll inhale, arch the back. And we'll exhale around the spine a little more. And we inhale, arch the back. And now that our muscles in the back are kind of released, you can round that spine as much as you want. Just lift up the belly. And inhale, arch. And exhale, round. We'll do 2 more sets of that on your own, at your own speed. And last one. Good, and we'll come to neutral. How about we take a quick lunge, quick stretch. You might want to put padding under your knees here, but we're going to come up to our knees and bring our right foot forward. And if you've done yoga, there are all kinds of lunges at your disposal. You can just stay upright and thrust your left hip crease forward. You can come forward a little bit and kind of sink into your front leg. You can bring your fingertips down to the mat. And you can even be in a high lunge where you lift that left knee off the mat. So we'll take a few breaths here wherever you want to be. We did work our hip flexors a lot, so it's kind of nice to stretch out, lengthen out the hip flexors, especially the psoas. If your knee is lifted, lower the knee to the mat, and we'll gently come out of it. And we'll do the other side. So upright lunge is fine, as long as you're thrusting this forward. Forward lunge is fine, lengthening out that back leg, lengthening out the right hip joint. Fingers to the mat. You can lift your right knee off the mat in a high lunge. And we take a few breaths. Figure out what you can relax and relax it. Figure out where you can let go. And one more breath. And if your back knee is lifted, bring it down to the mat. We'll come out of that. Let's sit on the mat facing the screen. Hands can be on the floor. Go ahead and flex your feet and just take those heels out. You can't see my feet, but we're straightening out the legs and we're flexing the feet. There we go. We'll keep sitting up tall and straight. We'll circle the arms out and up. Now I want you to go ahead and roll back a little bit here and then round the spine and then just kind of dive into a pull here, diving forward, reaching for your toes. If you can't hold on to your toes, hold on to your shins lightly, and we'll take 2 breaths. Allowing the head to drop. And one more inhale. And one more exhale. And then as we inhale, we'll start to stack the spine. Start by flattening out the low back, and then flatten out and lengthen the mid back, and then the upper back. And the head comes up last. And bring your arms forward and give everybody else in the class a big hand.